I don't know why, but right now this is the 6th take that I've done. Granted, they have the other 5 have been like a minute 30 seconds altogether, but still, I never do that many takes. Usually, I just put the camera on and that's that. But sixth time a charm. I'm gonna change that expression. So anyway, I have, as you can hear, the plastic noises here. I have 6 titles, but 5 DVDs and 1 Blu-ray that I bought yesterday. Actually, I don't really need to buy more now, but was at the supermarket, had to get some stuff, and they had a bin with $3 DVDs, approximately. They were 20 crowns, but it's pretty much like $3. So some of these I could have found for that price probably at other places, but well, no, but I think it was a good price for all of these. So I decided they had a bunch of other ones that yeah, I mean, it could have been interesting, but I know I just got a few. I got 6 of them. There were some people there after I had been there for a little while who came there to the bin and like, well, not that much good today. You know, they sort of gave a hint that they stock up once in a while. They add more titles to that bin, so maybe I'm gonna have to go back and check. Last time I was there at that supermarket, they didn't have that bin, so maybe they will remove it pretty soon. I don't know. But you know, through the years when I've been there, they have had these bins once in a while, and I've gotten a lot from there. But each time it's only been luck that they happen to have it then. But maybe this time I'm gonna have to go back and see if they've added some new titles in the next few days. I don't know if I will. I don't need to do that, but you know, maybe. Anyway, sorry for rambling on. I have 6 titles here to start with, and then sorry, I also have a regular DVD update with like 8 titles or something. Anyway, so just gonna briefly talk about these because I haven't seen them yet. Julbordet, I guess I believe it's a Danish movie. But I don't know much about it. This means like the Christmas, literally means the Christmas table, but it's like Christmas dinner, you know. Anyway, Midnight in Paris. This is the Blu-ray. I don't like this cover. You know this. I'm sure you recognize the other cover, the blue Owen Wilson sort of walking along a little river or something, and there's this paint. The sky is made into a painting, and I don't know, that it's a much cooler cover. They have a tendency of here in Sweden and Scandinavia to change the covers for the worse. I don't know why they do it, but whatever reason they have, they should stop doing it. Anyway, Lugn i helvete. This is well, this guy is a comedian. If you've been watching my videos, you might actually recognize this banner here with his name on it. Maybe, because I've shown a lot of these, and this is a live show with him and another guy. Yeah, I have been looking for this, but haven't been wanting to pay very much, so I thought this was a good price, so I finally picked it up. It's a comedy, by the way, if I didn't mention that. Comedy performance. Open Range. It's a Western movie. Don't know much about it. Max Manus. Could be a Norwegian movie. We'll have to see if the director has a Norwegian name. Well, there are 2 directors, and appears to be Norwegian names. Anyway, I think this guy is, he was in Headhunters, that recent Norwegian crime thriller movie, and I liked that one, and been known about this movie for a little while, so thought that I would finally pick it up. Shut the fuck up with that whatever it is outside. It's annoying. Project X. I don't have high expectations, but for this price I thought that it was a good deal, so you know, what the hell. So those are the DVDs that I picked up yesterday. You know, just kind of impromptu. And now for the other stuff that I've been watching recently. This one I watched last night before I went to bed. It's Fatso, Norwegian movie. Again. Yeah, it's basically about this guy who I thought he was a teenager actually, because he kind of looks like a teenager, but he's 30 years old. He lives at his grandma's apartment who has passed away, and he doesn't do anything. He just he has a job, but he doesn't really have a life. He just, whatever. But this Swedish girl moves in with him, who she's 10 years younger or something, and that makes his life a little more interesting. And not a great movie, but I did enjoy this one. It's a sex comedy, which might be obvious. Then we have Torched, which is one of these dark entertainment titles that I picked up. I don't know, a couple days ago, last week sometime. And this is obviously a very graphic, brutal movie. I say obviously, but I think it's kind of obvious. I did not like this movie. I mean, I said that when I talked about these movies that I bought them. I think I'm gonna like them. And this is the first one I watched, and no, I don't like it. But I was pretty surprised actually about that penis scene. If you've seen it, it's not possible that you don't remember it. If you haven't seen it, then watch it on your own risk. Maybe I should say. Well, it was. It's like a sadistic horror, rape and revenge type thing. It's pretty short, only 44 minutes. I don't know what else to say, but I didn't like it. I enjoyed it actually. Enjoyed watching it, but I didn't think it was a good movie whatsoever. But maybe they're not supposed to be good movies. But I admit I do have a hard time appreciating these kind of cheap, sleazy amateur movies, because this is really amateurish, or it looks pretty cheap, but has some entertainment value to it. And I can understand people who enjoy those movies. And as I said, I did enjoy it, but I'm really not one of those people who like watching them that much. Anyway, we got Control here, the biopic on Ian Curtis and Joy Division, if you will, but mainly Ian Curtis and his life up to his suicide at the age of 23. I haven't seen this before. This is disappointing. For rental only. Did not know about that. Anyway, it's just a little text here, but it still takes away so much from the DVD. Anyway, let's pretend that it's not, because it doesn't say anywhere else, and it usually says here or on the back. Sorry. I'm sure that hurt really. Yeah. Anyway, thought this was a good movie. I guess a pretty brave movie to make, and I think it's hard to say if you will gain certain things by knowing about the backstory of this. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to close the window here, because excuse me. So as I said, I don't know if you will gain anything from knowing the backstory of this, or if you should watch it not knowing anything. I mean, if you should sort of look up what it's about before watching it or not. I don't know. I'd say that certain things you get more, obviously, if you know the story or the band. But I think you could probably watch it otherwise as well. But I think actually I would recommend if you knew a little bit more of the backstory before, but because it is a biopic. But otherwise you find out from watching the movie, I guess. Even though I think the director said that he didn't want to make a music biopic or whatever. But anyway. Then we have Middleman, which says inspired by a true story, which seems unlikely, but maybe they exaggerated some things. But this is, yeah, well, it says inspired. It doesn't say, well. I thought this was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It's like a crime thriller drama movie with some influences of comedy, but they're pretty limited. But I thought this was good. And I don't know, I don't need to show this really. Stunt Junkies Discovery Channel DVD. Picked this up very cheap a little while back, and this is nothing interesting at all. I mean, maybe like 10 years ago when I was 11, I think I could have enjoyed watching this. But nowadays, with YouTube and everything, you're so used to seeing these, and MTV, I guess, these kinds of things. So this is very uninteresting now. It just seems so tame to me. So I think I watched 5-10 minutes of this, then I turned it off. I watched some parts of 2 episodes, and altogether I think that was 5-10 minutes. So didn't really strike me as anything interesting. We got Africa here, An Eye to Eye with the Unknown, David Attenborough, BBC Earth documentary. Yeah, really good one, as most of them are, or all of them really. I guess Frozen Planet was the weakest one so far that I've seen. This one was a little better, but still can't really compare with Life, and especially Planet Earth. But some really good stuff in it. Yeah. Then we have a horror movie for a change, Piranha. I really enjoyed this movie up until the point where I thought that, and that some of the stuff might have been for comedic purpose, but whatever, I just didn't enjoy a lot of it. What came later, I thought it was very unfocused. They just included things that seemed to be completely irrelevant to the story. It's not a must. It can be just a fun movie, but I just didn't feel like they were necessary at all, and they weren't entertaining either. It was just too many scenes that were prolonged, and the movie is really not that long. It's 1 hour 30 minutes, but it feels like it's longer to me, because there were just too many scenes which kept going on, and that wasn't interesting. But as I said, it started out pretty interesting. It started out a pretty good movie that I really enjoyed. I have to say also, I'm kind of curious about that little anthropomorphical lizard thing that was sneaking around at the lab or whatever when the 2 protagonists entered. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. But there was this lizard just sort of peeking at these people who went in, these protagonists, and that was stop motion, and I was really surprised to see that, or claymation or whatever, and I didn't expect that. So I thought that would be sort of a theme in the story. In the movie, that little lizard or something, whatever that was, but that never came back. And then I thought that, well, maybe that was just sort of to hint that the movie is gonna be, that there's something going on. But I still think that it was necessary. I still think that it would have been fun to see what the hell that was, unless I somehow missed it. But I don't know how I could have. But yeah, but I was curious about that. I was thinking about that for the whole movie. Like, isn't that gonna come back soon? What was that thing? That little lizard crawling or whatever it was. He was walking, so I don't know if it was a lizard, whatever it was. Then the last thing is this one that I unboxed a while back, so I'm not going to show you the inside, but I can link the video down below where I actually do that. Indiana Jones: The Complete Adventures on Blu-ray, and I was very much looking forward to watching both the movies again, although I didn't see Crystal Skull again because I didn't feel like I wanted to do that. But the other 3 movies, as well as the special features, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I think the first movie is the best one. Temple of Doom used to be my favorite, I think, when I was like 8, 9, really loved that movie back then. I loved Indiana Jones altogether, but I think especially that one I have good memories from. But now I like it. It's a pretty good movie. It's entertaining, but there's a lot of flaws in it and a lot of stupid stuff. There are a lot of stupid things all throughout the whole series of Indiana Jones that you can easily point out and like, what the hell was that? That's completely unrealistic, or just, actually, I have to say, bad plot-wise or just bad writing. However, it's a great series. I don't like it as much now as I used to do after having seen them again, but they're good movies, especially the first one, which the scenery is masterful in that movie. And the special features, as I said, didn't enjoy them as much as I thought I would. Enjoy the special features of Jurassic Park more. Really enjoyed seeing the process of that, and because I did that, I thought that I would enjoy this as much, because it's Steven Spielberg, and it's a pretty comprehensive making of series of documentaries. But and they were fun to watch, but didn't enjoy them as much as the Jurassic Park ones. Anyway, now I've been rambling for 15 minutes, but I guess that's nothing out of the ordinary when I make videos. So thank you very much if you watched all the way through, and tell me what you think of these if you've seen any of them, and yeah, let's see what the next video will be. I guess it's probably going to be an unboxing, maybe another DVD update, but whatever. Thank you for watching.